Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel slash podcast. Hashtag KTLC Sports Talk with your host Justin P. And my co-host Maurice Jr., the gentleman over there with the Ravens hat on. This is episode 159 for the YouTube channel for the audio podcast. It's season 4, episode 32. That's the audio podcast you can check out on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Pretty much anywhere you get your podcast and major stuff from, just type in hashtag KTLC Sports Talk with Justin P. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here's the man with the master plan, the villain or the vigilante, my co-host, your co-host, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. Yay!
What's up, family? What's up, family? You already know, man. It feels good to be back, man. We ready to bless you with another episode, another fun episode, filling you with knowledge and doing what we do. You already know. So as always, let me get to it. We're going to hit you with some emotions because everything we talk about, we coming from the heart. Everything on the line. Everything is on the line from the heart. And then, of course, we're going to hit you with some opinions because we think hard when it comes to this. All these sports that we watch, we thinking, we watching hard. But at the end of the day, it don't matter unless we hit you with the facts.
That's a fact, Jack. Okay, well, shit night tonight. I said, you want to go ahead? What's up? What?
No, go ahead. Let's just attack it together. Let's go. Ask everything, and we're gonna rock off.
All right, cool. Well, topic one is, basically, just our analysts of the NBA playoffs. So you can go ahead and go first.
All right. Well, first I got to start off to me with the most exciting series right now, Memphis and the Warriors. I mean, it don't get no much better than that. I mean, typically you would think that Klay Thompson and the boys would go ahead and Steph Curry would go and get these guys out of here easy, one and done, 4 games and get them out of here. But this is a different Memphis Grizzlies. If this was back in the day with probably Mike Conley and OJ Mayo, I got the Warriors smashing these guys. But for some reason, man, Mamba Rant, I know his name John Morant, but Mamba Rant is playing like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan all mixed in one. I mean, technically, if he makes that layup, they up 2-0 in the series right now. You feel me? So, I mean, if I'm the Warriors, I'm watching it because you skating on thin ice. They serious. They not scared of nobody. I probably Memphis might lose because you already saw what happened with what's his name, Dylan, when he hit the dude upside the head and he broke his I think he broke his arm or something like that. Jordan Poole. So he about to be suspended for a couple games, so that might hurt him. He a good defender, he a good shooter, and he also a playmaker. You feel me? A lot of things that he do don't show up on the stat sheet. But I mean, at the same time, man, John Morant put the team on his back. They playing real hard. But I mean, if Steph Curry is who I think he is, because it's easy. It's like right there on the silver platter. Warriors, all you have to do is worry about the Suns. I mean, the Memphis, they really just got John Morant. If John Morant was to go down, I mean, people get excited about, they went 22-5 when he was hurt and all that. That was in a season. Let them try to do that shit right now in the goddamn playoffs. They eliminated just like that. So it's a good playoff matchup so far. But I want to see Memphis win, but I'm sticking with the Warriors and Suns NBA Finals. I'm going to hand this over to you.
I mean, everything, like I said, I picked the Heat and Suns, so everything is aligning up for that to happen. The Suns up 2-0, the Heat up 2-0. I mean, basically, we up 3-0. And B's, oh, there you go. Hold on, there you go.
Yo, what's
Chris.
up? What's
All
going
right,
on?
everyone. I got a special guest right here, man. My guy from Deep Cover Podcast, Chris Just Joking. Man, this guy right here speaks real good NFL talk, man. He talks basketball too, man. But he's very popular on Twitter. So everybody, let's welcome Chris to the show.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all fellas having me on, man. For real.
Yes, sir.
So go ahead, Chris. Tell everybody about Deep Cover Podcast.
Deep Cover Podcast. We've been doing it for like 3 years now. It's myself, Kerry Stevenson, and Michael Crawford. It's just 2 dudes who we saw the landscape of podcasts and shows, and it was just a bunch of white dudes talking about football and talking about these players like they're robots, like they're not humans. And we was like,
Right.
we want to put a little bit deeper thought into it and actually talk about these guys like they're humans, because that's what they are. They're not robots. They're not Madden characters. And,
Right.
3 years later, and we still doing it. And, we love it. We love it.
Gotcha, man. Okay, cool. Right now we talk NBA playoffs, so you can go ahead give us your feedback on that.
What was that? It cut off a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I said right now we were just talking about the NBA playoffs. Just what's
Oh,
sticking out.
man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't really watch ball like that anymore. Like I know the players here, and like I'm a fake Celtics fan. Like that's what I always tell Mike and Kerry. Like I'm a fake Celtics fan because I like Jason Tatum, I like Jaylen Brown, I like their style.
Yeah,
Those two dudes, I like them a lot. So I'm a fake Celtics fan.
Wow, man. Please don't be fake, man. I love my Celtics. Please join us. Join us. Join
so
us.
Now you know why I say fake because I don't watch it, but then come to playoff time, like I'll catch a game here and there, and I'll be like, yeah, let's go Celtics.
Facts.
we'll skip the NBA talk for now. So what you think about the draft? What rookies you think that can possibly win like offensive rookie of the year, or defensive rookie of the year?
Man, like just in the general, like
Yeah,
throughout the
in
whole
general.
NFL. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. You
all
know
three.
what? For on offense, I like Chris Olave a lot, man.
Yeah,
On the Saints,
I can see.
because like if Mike T is healthy, he's gonna get all the attention, and then Chris Olave just gonna be able to eat. It's
That.
gonna be similar to like Justin Jefferson when he came into the league. Like that's how I feel it might be. And Jameson gonna sling that rock. He might throw 30 interceptions, but he's gonna throw at least 40 touchdowns.
For sure, definitely. Because people forget they were 5-2 before he got hurt, so they were
That's
definitely
right.
in the driver's seat. They had beat the Bucks twice, so it's like you're
Yeah.
right. I can see that. I don't know. I think Bob will shut up, but for me, I would have to say Chris Olave, and possibly on the defensive side, I'll probably have to say Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon, that's a good one too because they got they got a few guys on that line, and they got Azeez Ojulari from last year who was a dog too.
Second round
So yeah, so it's not like he's just going to be the dude that everybody could zero in on because there's a lot of other cats on that defensive line. So that's a good call. I like that one.
What about
Well, for me, I'm going all bias. You already know how I'm gonna go, bro. So the first thing I'm going to do is on defense. I play DB. You see the 22 in the back. I'm going with Sauce Gardner, man. I'm straight going with my guy right there. I think he's gonna come to the Jets, be a little saucy, bring some swag, and he's gonna make things happen. I think he's gonna turn that Jets secondary around. I mean, he got the ability to do it. He can easily have about 6 to 7 interceptions. I mean, he was known for not giving up yards, big plays, or touchdowns. And that's the best thing you can ask your corner to do. Straight give up 0. So I got him having about six interceptions next year. It don't even matter if one of these veterans like Jalen Ramsey or even Diggs have about 9 interceptions. This guy's going to be the guy. And then one more. I got to be biased. Everybody know I'm an Alabama fan. Man, I want my man Jameson Williams to come back strong. I mean, if he don't get hurt, we win that ball game. It's just that simple, man. He was that unstoppable. I mean, and I can't wait to see what Jared Goff going to do with a weapon like that. I mean,
he must have cut out Wi-Fi problem. But Jameson Williams, that's an interesting one because he's gonna miss majority of the year. So unless
Yeah,
he
I mean, let's see.
200 yards a game, I don't see. Yeah.
And he got to throw himself the ball too with the way Jared Goff was looking last year.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad for what he had to work with. Honestly, he had to force the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but
And then who else
James
they picked up? They picked up somebody else too, right?
Chalk from the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, they got a nice little receiving core too, and they got T.J. Hawkinson too. They got Swift. They got Williams. So they got a nice little weaponry there.
Things should open up for Hawkinson this year just because of these new additions.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Definitely. Let's get into it, man. Ravens talk. We're going to just recap each draft pick. Number 14, we take Kyle Hamilton. What was going through your mind, Chris?
Man, I was just thinking about all the mock drafts leading up to it, and Kyle Hamilton was in the top 5, then the top 10. Then it's like, damn, like they really gonna let him fall to the Ravens? And it was one of the best scenarios that could have happened because there's easily a scenario where he gets taken and they left with crumbs. Like they would have had to been choosing at some secondary dudes that we didn't really want. Not like DBs, like a next tier later kind of dudes. And
Right.
you know, to me, Kyle Hamilton, he's a tier 1 kind of guy in that draft class.
All right, Maurice. Give me your thoughts. You cut. No, now you got to pay your internet bill, co-host.
He got that public library internet.
Yeah, something. God dang. But me real quick. He probably call it. But me, I was thinking like, damn, like how the hell he's gonna be available on the board? All right, go ahead. Are you good now, man? You should using your neighbor Wi-Fi.
I guess I know, or the devil hating on me. But what I'll say is, for my thing is, this is a huge pick for us. We've been trash at safety for years. We keep grabbing these backups that have been backups. We keep grabbing these old veterans and all that. I mean, think about it. We really just try to make Chuck Clark nice. We just try to make Chuck Clark a household name. He wasn't doing it. I mean, it's just the simple. Same thing with Deshaun Elliott. We was really trying to make him a household name, someone that the Ravens fans could get behind, and they was went cutting. I mean, it one season they had like 0 interceptions combined. That's not what we do in our secondary. Even when we had guys who didn't get interceptions like that, like a Bernard Pollard, they still made plays. Those guys weren't making plays, and this is just me. That hit that Deshaun Elliott had on Derrick Henry a long time ago, that wasn't nothing to me. When I saw it,
he tapping somebody's internet.
Yeah, Deshaun Elliott was cutting his shit out. He was like, nope.
I was pleased. Like I said, like to piggyback on what Maurice said, the safety position has been suffering for a minute. We tried to get Earl Thomas. We went and got Eric Weddle. Those guys were good, but they were already, Father Time and already knocked on that door like, hey man, okay,
Yeah.
you're not playing no more. So Tony Jefferson was okay, then he tore his Achilles. So to get him at 14, top 5, top 10 talent, I was ecstatic, man. I was like, man, we'll find a place to play him, fellas. We'll find a place.
And now that room is crazy deep and talented now and young. Like you got Geno Stone, who was looking good last year. You got Marcus Williams, who we didn't even talk about, who was the top safety on the out on the market. And they added him. He's the true center fielder that they've been looking for, and a young dude too, because like you said, all of these older dudes, they've been past their prime when they get them. But this is a dude entering his prime. So it's going to be fun to see somebody like a ball hawking safety that's still young.
Yes, 25 years old, right? Yeah, he's super young.
Yep, 25, man.
Everybody started to get on about the play in Minnesota, man. It happened, man. One bad player, the bad one.
Yeah,
he had
man.
exceptions that year, I think.
Man, if you a DB, it's going to happen. You're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. But I tell you what, he make more plays than he misses.
Facts, because he's been a beast since then. I mean, the Saints secondary is scary. I'm kind of mad because I love football so much. I'm mad that they split that secondary up because that was getting ready to be the next Legion of Boom right there.
Yeah.
Pick 45, David Ajabo basically fell on our lap. So Chris, give me your thoughts.
Oh, you skipped one. You skipped one.
Oh, 45, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back.
I
forgot.
Linderbaum.
You're right. I keep forgetting. I'm not so used to having 2 first-round picks. Trey Hollywood pick for pick 23, the Cardinals. Then we flipped it and moved back 25 and take Tyler Linderbaum in the center. So give me your thoughts on that, Chris. Thank you for the correct. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, no doubt. It's crazy because I wasn't that big of a Tyler Linderbaum fan when people were talking about him at 14. I was like, nah, not at 14. Like, I'm not feeling that. But then when you talk about 25, now I'm on board. And to me, he just, if we get Ronnie back healthy, like Linderbaum just solidifies it because it's like you got your young center. You don't got to put Macari there, who's to me not a true center, and you got Zeitler. You got one of these left guards that's going to win it, either Cleveland or Phillips. You got Moses that you just signed. We just need Ronnie back and we good to go. Everything firing on all cylinders. And to me, the way the offensive line goes, that's the way this team goes. Because if the O-line is good, Lamar's going to be good. Like, you don't got to worry about nothing. Lamar and the run game, the running backs coming back, as long as the O-line is good, we got nothing to worry about, in my opinion.
I like it. It was a good pick. Me personally, I wanted Jermaine Johnson. I was going to say David Johnson.
Yes, I wanted him
Jermaine,
too.
Yeah.
yeah, obviously, I guess of him, he supposed to have some character issues, so or they didn't think he was a scheme fit. But like I said, Tyler Linderbaum is a good center. He's the best center in the draft. He definitely has to get bigger. Like his being at 290 pounds, you blocking guys at 340, 350. So he definitely gonna have to get strong. I'm pretty sure their strength and condition coach will get him up the top. But it was a good pick. He's the best. He was another top 10 ranked player. So
Yeah.
we got
Mm-hmm.
top 10 players at 14 and 25. So like you said, that solidifies the offensive line. And you got a true center. You got Kevin Zeitler that's entrenched that right guard. Morgan Moses or Jawan James, whoever won that battle, play right tackle. Left guard, we can go with Ben Cleveland. Me personally, I would like to see Morgan Moses at left guard because he got the body 6'6" and 330, and he'll be better going forward versus stepping back, in my opinion. And plus, he played a little guard with Jets, and you just let Jawan James play right guard on Daniel Falahe. Then Ronnie Stanley come back, and you have big guys like Ben Powers and all them, be backup swing guards and tackles and Tyree Phillips. But it was a good pick overall. Like I said, we definitely got, like you just said, Chris, we got to keep Lamar upright.
Yes,
And
sir.
then,
Well, for me, I'm gonna be short on it because I really wasn't impressed with the pick. You already know I wanted Jermaine
Chris,
Johnson.
you hate offensive lineman. I'm letting you know that, Maurice. I ain't gonna say you hate offensive lineman, but it's just not sexy to him. He a defensive back like you are.
Hey, you said it right on the nose. I
Now,
like sexy picks.
he had the Saints going 4 receivers and then give him not one left tackle.
Yeah. Oh, he cut out again.
You don't have to upgrade your plan. Hold on. Coming at the bottom.
Well, I was a Jermaine Johnson fan too. Like I wanted Jermaine Johnson going into it. We actually on a Deep Cover podcast we did one the night before the draft, and Jermaine Johnson, he was my guy that I wanted at 14, let alone in the 20s.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was gonna be there.
I watched that. I watched some of that. Yeah, I watched some of that.
Yeah, like I was like, if you would have told me he would be there at 25, I'd be like, hell no, he ain't going at no 25. Because the Jets were talking about him at 4. Jets were talking about him at 10. And I'm like, nah, ain't no way he's gonna make it.
Like Daryl Jeremiah, them guys had him going to Houston at 3.
Oh wow.
You see? And every year it's like that, where somebody just drops and you're like, nah, that's not gonna happen, but then it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more one of them picks. Like I said, I really wanted to get Jermaine because I'm just thinking about, man, we struggled last year is getting our hands on other teams' quarterbacks. Pass rush was horrible. We barely could stop the run sometimes. It upsets me that we're no longer the old Ravens that used to stop teams from going over 100 yards rushing. Our cornerbacks, we already saw with no pass rush. We can't get no stops with the DBs that we had. We went all the way down to what? Practice squad DBs. If you can ask Big Bro, all I was talking about was us doing was drafting corners because of the situation that we had. But I gotta be more realistic and not be hopeful. But it was a good pick for blocking wise, but I still wanted a pass rusher at the end of the day. You feel me? I still think that we still got work to do on that side. Unless
you might want to turn off his Wi-Fi. All right, well, he come back in. All right, number 45, David Ajabo. Chris, what was your thoughts on that pick? Basically, fell on our lap.
It's hard to argue with the pick. I probably would have went George Pickens with it, just because I was a huge George Pickens fan, and I feel like he could bring so much to this offense. Like, just with his play style, with his mentality, like, he has that alpha dog mentality, and I feel like that would have fit in so perfectly. But then when you look at Ojabo, that's another guy who was in the top 15 before the injury. So it's kind of hard to argue with that value that you're getting a dude who is, highly touted before the injury, and you're getting him on a discount and could possibly play this year, maybe in October, like the reports are saying today. So it's hard to argue with that pick because it's a great value when you look at it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, you basically got 3 first-round picks with Tyler Linderbaum, Kyle Hamilton, and Job. So, only difference now is instead of you having a 5th-year option on it, you won't have to pay him at the year 4, or give him an
Hmm.
extension beforehand. So hopefully you get to come back sometime this year and contribute. Because like I said, I don't want him to be one of the pass rushers. He start to flourish, then we let him walk out the door, like how we did
Yeah,
with Zidane and all those other guys and Matt Judon. But good pick. It was a good pick, nonetheless.
yeah, for sure. I definitely wasn't mad at it. Like I said, I wanted Pickens, but I wasn't mad at Ojabo.
Yeah, I definitely wanted George Pickens too, Chris, because I said, because that big receiver, man. Because like I said, we drafted Mount Boykin, but he didn't pan out. We all knew he was a raw specimen coming out of Notre Dame. He only started senior year, I think that. So George Pickens would have replaced that big body receiver, but I can't get mad with David Ojabo. He know the system, so
Yeah.
it's a good.
Hell,
Go
man,
ahead.
I like our wide receiver we got from Alabama, Slade. I mean, I can't wait till we talk about him for real. But I mean, it was a good pickup for us overall. But I mean, nobody's gonna be able to fill that up at the wide receiver how Julio was. I mean Julio. I mean Hollywood. Hollywood was. So I mean, hopefully we're gonna get some as we talked about on the last episode. We got to see what these wide receivers gonna do because I mean we're gonna last long, but we can't last long forever. Mark Andrews being the best wide receiver, and he a tight end.
True, but we talking about David Ojabo right now, Maurice.
Oh, you talk David Ajabo, the pass rusher. My bad.
Yeah. What you think about the pick? Cut out. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't worry about it. That happens. A couple weeks ago, we were supposed to record a podcast, and my whole damn internet went out. Like
Oh,
literally, like 20 minutes before we were about to start, my
yeah.
internet went out.
Same thing happened today when I was watching my guys, Roman Z and them. They were, hey, Hugh Jackson. Oh, y'all definitely go check that out. Subscribe to their
Oh damn,
channel. Charge up
that's
the
cool.
games. They did. Yeah, they always had some fire guests on there, man. They had issues as well. So I guess it's just a stream y'all thing. I don't know. But so yeah, all right. So pick 76. I mean 76. It's 76. Travis Jones. Go ahead, Chris. I'll let you start.
Yeah, that's another dude who, after the combine, he was getting some first round hype, some late first round hype, because Jordan Davis got all the headlines with what he did, but what Travis Jones did was special too. Like it was out of this world what Travis Jones was able to do at the combine. But be able to get him in the third round, that's another guy where if you would have told me before the draft, like you're gonna get this cat in the third round, I would have been like, nah, there's no way. And somehow he fell and Ravens pounced, and I'm happy they did because this whole offseason, I've been like, I want them to go away from the short, nose tackles, the little short, stumpy dudes who aren't that athletic. I want them to,
The Buddy Lees. The Buddy Lees.
yeah, no more Buddy Lees, man. Let's go,
Like
let's evolve,
Kelly, those guys back in the day. Yeah.
yeah, the little short, stumpy fire hydrant dudes. And I wanted length, I wanted athleticism, I wanted some height, and Travis Jones, he fits the bill because he tall, long, really super athletic. And at UConn, they had him playing like 60 snaps over there, and he's definitely not going to be playing 60 snaps with the Ravens. So for him to be fresher on the field, like to me, I think on third downs, he's going to be that interior pass rusher that they need.
Okay, Maurice, he going to take a rain check. His phone tripping. So
All right.
yeah. So you versus go ahead, finish. Go ahead, you go ahead, finish.
Oh yeah, no, I was done. I was just saying, like, I'm glad they finally took that next step in the evolution of what a nose tackle should be instead of just that squatty dude.
I like it, like I said, because Travis Jones, like he can rotate. Like I said, Calais Campbell, although he signed a 2-year deal, not going to be here. He might not play the whole 2 years out, so next year he may retire because he's on the brink of retiring this year. Remember,
Yep.
like
Yeah, I
like
remember that.
Michael Parrish, he's not, he signed a 3-year deal. Like I said, within 2-3 years, everybody, that whole D line's going to be probably gone. Derek Wolf may be gone this year. He may be a cap carrier because he didn't play last year, although
Yep.
they just gave him an extension. But you get Travis Jones, Justin Metabuke, Broderick Washington, man. That's your future in the interior right there. All three guys can stop the run and push the pocket. Like Justin Metabuke been working with Aaron Donald for the last off season. Like you
Yep.
see paying off because his hands, man, his hand movement is out of this world now. Same thing with Travis Jones. The Patriots, what's the Patriots guy they took in the first round? Cole Strange.
Yeah, Cole Strange.
Straight took his lunch money and then 101. Tossed him like a rag doll. And they like, man, y'all took this guy in the first round. Travis Jones just treated him like a stepchild.
Yep.
So like I said, there's good depth in the interior defensive line that was right because we need pressure in the interior as well. Because like I know, because you can get pressure from the edge. A quarterback can step in the pocket and loot it. But if you're getting pressure in his face, there's no way he can go. What are you going to do? Step outside the pocket and run into the edge rushers?
Exactly.
So
Yep.
it was a pretty good pick. We traded 100 with the Arizona. I don't know why we had to give up a pick, but 110 we took the big guy Daniel Falehe out of Minnesota.
Yeah, man. I was happy with that pick because he's a guy that he has all the potential in the world. He just needs a little bit of seasoning. Like he's only been playing football for like the last 4 years, so he just needs a little bit of seasoning. But he has things that you can't teach. He has size, and his feet are like out of this world for a guy that's that size. And for them to be able to not even have to really start him this year, because if let's just say Morgan Moses is the right tackle, he could just chill and learn. Those practice reps are going to be so valuable for him, and then maybe next year he'll be able to step into that role. Or unfortunately, we know the world of injuries when it comes to the Ravens. So if mid-season, you got a young guy who could step in and contribute and be there for you, unlike last year where they were scrambling for right tackles and left tackles, and they didn't really have much of a choice or who to put down there. They were signing guys off the street to play tackle. So now you get a guy who's been playing tackle for his college career and a guy whose arrow's pointing up. One of these young developmental guys.
Yeah, I like it too. Like I say, he gives you that Orlando Brown feel, 6'8", 380 pounds. Orlando's a little lighter. They'll trim some of that weight off. They'll get him probably down to 360, so he can move and bend a little bit more. I like it. Like I said, everybody banged on the table or fix the O-line, and we did. Took the best center in the draft, took one of the better tackles in the draft. So
yep.
He's building a brick wall. Like I said, eventually he could kick in and play right tackle. He also spent some time on the left side too. So if Ronnie Stanley wouldn't be able to go, he could probably step in and play over there as well.
Yeah.
So good value pick, like I said, in the fourth round. People had him going in the second and third. I know I did in my draft. So, and then you got one of the best offensive line coaches in Joe D. Alexander. He can get anybody to block.
Yep. 40
years in the game, man. He's a well-respected offensive line coach, so he'll be just fine. Like I said, they just gotta probably keep that weight up off and entrench him in that right tackle for the future. We're good to go.
Yep.
119. We took Charlie Kolar 119. The tight end, I think we took Charlie Kolar, right? Yeah.
I think it was Armar Davis.
Oh, we took him before Charlie Kolar or after?
I don't know. I think it was.
I think it was Charlie Kolar. I remember Armar Davis picked 129 or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm close on the Charlie Kolar pick.
So when they picked, because I didn't watch any tight ends this draft. Like I knew some names and stuff. Like I knew Jeremy Rucker. I knew Jelani Woods. I know those dudes. Yeah. So when they said Charlie Kolar, I was like, I gotta get to work, I guess, and see what this dude is about. So I was watching him earlier this week, and I like him. I like him a lot. He's not a speedy dude. He's not a guy that's going to be able to create a bunch of yards after the catch or anything like that. He's a big guy that's going to be able to, be a good route runner, going to play above the rim. He's 6'6", almost 6'7". He has really, really good hands. And, that's what we need. We need guys that could catch the ball and that could go up there and get that thing if Lamar is in trouble. And I really like him. And I think he could turn into a really, really nice player and a good contributor too, because his route running right now, coming out of Iowa State, is it's almost there. Like he got little tricks up his sleeves, but
Yeah.
once he gets his footwork right, and once Keith Williams gets his hands on him and is able to teach that boy how to, correctly run some routes, I
Mm-hmm.
think he's gonna be a problem.
I like the pick, like I said, because Nick Boyle injury, man, that's a nasty injury. So eventually he's going to probably, he's going to be out of here. Much as we hate to do it because he blocks his butt off, he's always been an unselfish guy. But we're gonna have to get some other guys that could get stretch the field besides Mark Andrews at the tight end position, and that's what he does. 6'7", 252 pounds. Watched a little bit of his game tape. Yeah, 7 touchdowns last year. 62 catches, like 777 yards, about like 13, 14 yards per reception. 7 touchdowns. Like he really was putting the ball in the end zone, especially in back short of fades. Him and
Yeah,
Brock.
he's been consistent. Like it's not just 1 year. Like he got 3 years of where he's having 600 yards or more, or 6 touchdowns or more in each of the last 3 seasons. So it's like, that's consistency right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, he's going to play. I guess then we're gonna go back to that 2019 offense with the 3 tight ends and all that. So Mandrews is going to get a lot of the coverage. So that means he's going to get one-on-one. 6'7". That's a perfect red zone target. Just throw it up to him, man. So like I said, we shouldn't have no problem scoring in the red zone with all these tight ends.
Yep.
128. That's when we took Jalen Armour Davis. I'm gonna go ahead and let you, give your intake on that.
It's funny because somebody leading up to the draft, like a couple days before, they asked me, they were like, "Who's somebody that you like? Like who's a cornerback that you like?" And he was the first one that came to my mind when they asked me. And he's a guy that I felt like it was strange that he wasn't getting buzz, and the other dude, Josh Jobe, was getting a lot more pub than he was. I'm like, wait, this dude is better. Like, got more interceptions. He's younger than him, and he had the 1 year production, and it's basically the only thing that held him back was just he wasn't able to get on the field at Alabama. But to me, this guy, like, his best football is coming up right now. Like, we haven't seen his best football yet. And he just showed a glimpse of that last year at Alabama, where you lead the team in interceptions. And it was just like a classic Ozzie pick for me, like, in my opinion. Like, I think this is just a classic Ozzie pick where he was able to get a young dude that's coming out of Alabama that's well coached, has good technique, good fundamentals, and a guy who, like I said, the arrow's pointing up, and I think we're really going to see, how good he can actually be coming into the league.
I like it because, like I say, you lose Anthony Abrick, you lose Jimmy Smith, you lose Chris Westry, Tavon Young goes to the Bears. You're kind of thin there. Iman Marshall's coming off injury, he was yet to stay healthy at all. Marcus Peters and Arnold Humphrey both coming off injuries themselves. Then all you have is Kevon Seymour. He's okay, but you needed to attack their position. I like Jalen Armondale. I watched a little bit of film on him. He's solid. But me personally, I wanted Kobe Bryant, but Seattle took him. Their first pick in the fourth. I want, Zion McCollum. Those are the guys I was hoping we got. I don't know if you saw my tweets. I said Zion McCollum and Kobe Bryant. Sign me up for that. But Jalen Armour Davis is a pretty good player. Had three interceptions. Played against some pretty good competition in the SEC, so that always helps. He practiced against and Mechie and lined up against the Jamal Chase and Terrence Marshalls of the world. So he's seeing like big time receivers. Like I said, playing at Alabama gets you ready for pro football. So they already playing pro football with all the
yeah.
We lose one Alabama corner and get another one. So it worked itself out. But I overall like the pick. He should be able to contribute in the slot, definitely special team. So 139, we took what's the kid? Isaiah Likely. The big oversized receiver / tight end out of Coastal Carolina. What would you think about that?
Yeah, like it was just like the Charlie Kolar pick, where I was like, I don't know who this dude is. Like, I heard the name, but I didn't know the game. So I had to watch him, and I watched him earlier this week too. And he's the the complete opposite of Charlie Kolar. Like he's a shorter dude. He's not tiny. He's 6'4", almost 6'5", 245 pounds. But he's fast. He's an athletic dude. And another thing that's really underrated by his game is his blocking. Like he will get after it. Like he gets under dudes' skin in the run game, and he's blocking dudes past the whistle, blocking dudes on the sideline, and that surprised me about his game because you see a guy that's a little bit smaller, fast dude, so you expect him to be kind of like a finesse player, but no, he's gritty out there. So he could do all the flashy stuff too, but he don't mind getting dirty either. So that's what I really liked about his game.
Yeah, I like Isaiah Likely, man. Like I said, every year he played, he has at least 5 touchdowns. He had 5 touchdowns as a freshman, 5 touchdowns during same year, 12 touchdowns. Like he definitely puts the ball in the end zone. Like he reminds me of an Antonio Gates type guy. 6'4", 245, almost 250. You can flank him out at receiver. Like you said, and that was it's funny you just said his block, and everybody was trying to say, oh, he's not gonna be an inline tight end. But you just said he don't mind getting after it, so he won't be a liability like in the run game. Like you got to take him out because he can't block the edge guys and stuff like that. So it was a good pick. Like I say, hopefully we utilize his gift. Basically, he's athletic, 6'4", flex him out. Let him work on the smaller, slower linebackers and then all the smaller DBs. So that's like getting a big receiver like that as well. Like I said, it's a tight end centric offense, so why not?
Yep.
All right. Then the pick I didn't really like. 141 was Jordan Stout, but I understood it. What was your thoughts going on? We took a punt in the 4th round.
So when it happened, when they announced it on the screen, they had a K next to his name for kicker.
Right.
So I was like, what are they doing? Why are they drafting a kicker? But then when I found out he's a punter too, I was like, oh, okay, that makes it a little bit better. But I'm not gonna lie, like I wanted Calvin Austin. Like I'm not gonna lie, that was my guy. I liked him a lot. And,
I wouldn't him, but I would have rather had them took that than over a punter.
Yeah, but I get it, because this is a special teams. These guys, they found Sam Cook, they found Justin Tucker. So it's like if they see a dude that they feel like is special, I can't argue with it. I can't argue with it at all. And then when you find out that at the Senior Bowl, Ozzie was talking about him, and Ozzie was like, "That's the best dude here."
But him and another punter that went after him, they say them two were like the best punters in college.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I get it. I get it. And then it was also when you factor in the cap relief that they'll get if they release Sam Cook. So, I get it. I get it where they come from. And I was actually watching him last night, and the boy is nice. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a punter extraordinaire and I know what to look for. But I was like, hey, he getting it down inside the 5-yard line. So that looks good to me.
Yeah, I watched some in highlights. I said, Jesus, right. I said, he definitely got a leg.
Oh,
but like
yeah.
I said, personally, I've ever had a receiver. I wasn't really big on Calvin Austin because his size, but I know he's fast as hell. I wanted Romeo Dubs out of Nevada. Who the Packers took the very next pick, man. 6'2", 215. He reminded me like a Dez Bryant type receiver. Just, go get it. But he also has some deceptive speed. So I wanted somebody like him or Eric Azakama, one of those type receivers. But George, so hopefully, he comes to be a Pro Bowl punter or something for the year.
I hope so.
Got the same Cook that's the farewell tour. JT the last standing member of the Wolfpack. So, like I said,
crazy to say that.
I gave to pick a F originally, but I'll give it a C plus B now that I understand the whole parameters of it. But I was like, you could double undrafted punter or punt in the 6th round, like that's it's like I get it, but
yeah.
It was and then the 6th round they took Tyler Brady, running back out of Missouri.
Yeah, no, they took they got one more fourth rounder.
Oh yeah,
Um,
who said that? Oh yeah, they
the
took Mario Williams.
Demarion. Yeah,
Yeah, out of Houston. Give me your thoughts on that.
I like him. I didn't study him through the draft. I studied his teammate Marcus Jones, and Marcus
I
Jones I liked a lot. You know,
yeah,
I
we
liked a
all
lot.
this
Yeah,
is, but yeah, we all like them. But go ahead.
yeah, but Demarion, he's cut from the same cloth. Like, Marcus Jones, he wasn't backing down from anybody. He was tough as nails. And Demarion Williams, he didn't have all the hype or all the production that Marcus Jones had, but you put on the tape and you see a dude that's tough, he's gritty, not afraid to get his nose in there. Like, you watch him tackle some of these running backs, and he looks like a damn safety out there. Like the way that he's coming downhill and taking these guys out. And I think he's a dude that can move all over the place. Like, they're gonna want him in the slot. They could even move him to safety because he had some safety snaps too, and he lined up on the outside for Houston. So he was a guy that moved all around that defense, and I feel like he'll fit in right away with this squad. And of course, he was a captain too, and they love their captain. So I like the pick.
I like it. I just think a different player. I was hoping Zion McCollum, bigger guy, 6'2", 6'3".
Hey, we on the same page with that because I like Zion a lot.
Yeah. I'd have said he should say I was hoping him. Like I said, Kobe Bryant, album, he was gone. And another guy had my eyes. What's the kid from Baylor? Kalon Bonds.
Yeah, yeah.
He ran 4.33, man. Speed. You want some guys like that can run. And he's 6'1". Him and Jalen Petrie and JT Wills are back there making plays.
Yep.
But Demario Williams, he definitely come up tackle. He's real tough. Him and Marcus Williams, the two smallest, he's what 5'11", 5'10", and Marcus Williams 5'8", 5'9". They were
Yeah.
making plays, picking people off, getting blitzes, getting sacks off a corner blitz. So yeah, and they both, return kicks too. So I like it. It was a good pick. Like I said, he'll play that Tavon Young role, being a nickel, playing a slot, those shifty slot guys. So it was a solid pick. And then, I like it. Then the sixth round, the final draft pick of the night of that draft, Tyler Brady, running back out of Missouri.
Yeah, man, I like this pick too. I didn't really do a bunch of running back work this year. I kind of had to pick and choose what I like and like what I was going to watch. And running back was one that I was like, I'm not going to be able to get to you guys this year. So when I did get into his tape, I was impressed by what I saw. I saw a guy who catch the ball out of the backfield. I saw a dude who had really good contact balance and wasn't a guy that was going to go down at the first hit. And he's real like solid and just built real low to the ground. And I kind of like that in my running backs. Not guys who are light or who somebody breathes on them and they fall down. They're like, it's a little bowling ball type of cat right here. So I loved it, and I think he brings something that they haven't really had in a while. A guy who could be a receiving threat out of the backfield. So hopefully we see that incorporated more into the Ravens offense.
I like the position, the player. I didn't, but I understood it. He's 5'8", 199 pounds, and he can return kicks and stuff too. So I'm guessing he'll probably do some special team stuff while Juven and all them guys get more of a look at receiver. I was hoping for a guy like Brian Robinson, but Washington already took him. I think in the fourth or fifth round. Pierre Strong, another running back. I was hoping we got. And the Patriots took. He's gonna be a steal. Damian Pierce. They were all mainly back. I think Kyron Williams that played for Notre Dame. They were all the backs I did like my film study on. But Tyler Brady, from what I know, tough man, tough kid, man. Moved from New Orleans, because through the Hurricane Katrina, then moved here in Baltimore. End up getting a scholarship to this school. Oh, took off from there. But he got a nice jump cut from what I seen. He comes in, plants foot, make defenders miss. Like since he's so small, he's shifty as hell. Like he reminds you of like a Dree Archer. They used to play Pittsburgh, Dexter McCluster, those type guys.
Yeah.
City, yeah, he reminds you of those guys. Small but shifty as hell. Will break you down open field. and he can catch. He had about like 45 catches or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a good value pick in the 6th round. So it was like, what the hell? He'll come in and he'll get some carry. Like I said, all our running backs are coming off the injuries. Like all literally Justice
Yeah.
Hill.
All of them.
So, Tyson Williams, him and Tyson Williams will probably fight for that last spot. I think we carry 4 running backs, me personally.
Yeah, I think so too. They were actually spoke about it yesterday. I think it was Joe Ortiz. He was talking about it, and he said that Beatty and Hill, they're going to compete for that number 3 spot, but he wouldn't be surprised if they kept all 4 of them.
Yeah. With the Dawson say, if you look at the players the Ravens took this draft, they all have extreme upside. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, all of them got extreme upside. Jabo has good upside. Tyler Linderbaugh, you got Cal Hamilton, all of them. That's baby Sean Taylor right there to me all over again. So right now that the draft is over and everybody's got a question mark at wide receiver. So what you think we're gonna do? You think we're gonna stay with the young guys, or you think we're gonna make a move for a vet?
I think they're gonna make a move for a vet. I think they kind of have to, because if one guy goes down, whether it's Andrews or Bateman, what you really left with? You left with a bunch of guys who there's question marks. You could like them all you want, and I'm a huge Tylan Wallace and Devin Duvernay fan, but you could be a fan of them all you want, but until you see it actually happen on the field, it's all a projection.
Yes, that's what I was trying to tell Coach right at main locker because him and Jose from from Lunch Break Hot Take made a bet. I don't know if he was on their live stream. They had a bet that he said Pro Shea can get 900 yards and 7 touchdowns, something wild like that. I said, I don't know why. I don't know why he took that bet. He might get half of it, maybe, but they set you up. He's like, nah, he got faith in Pro Shea. I said, nah, bro. I said, we know damn well he not good.
Hey, I hope he does, but shoot, I ain't putting no money on it.
Yeah, they bet T-shirts. They bet whoever win the bet, they get the T-shirt of each other's brand. But
Okay.
with me, I think like you just said, Chris, you hit it off the park. They got to get a veteran receiver for one, case of an injury, 2, inexperience, and just like you can't go into Pittsburgh and Kansas City and Los Angeles with just Tyler Wallace, Devin Duvernay, Prochet, Rashad Bateman, and Devon Williams and Metro Mead.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, you got to get at least one dude, one proven guy in there that could at least bring some, a veteran presence in there, and also, just bring some ability too. I mean, you don't want to just have a guy like Sammy Watkins who is, he damn near turned into dust during the middle of the season.
Yeah.
You want to have somebody who could actually bring something there. But I mean, that's the tough thing right now is like you could poke a hole in all of these free agent wide receivers that are there. So it's like they're still free agents for a reason, so you kind of got to pick your poison and see which one and hope you hit the jackpot with one.
Got you. And me personally, I would say even get Landry, sign Julio, or trade for like a Marvin Jones or Slayton or Kenny Galladay. But I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Let's talk about the NFL international games. Let me get you up out of here.
All right.
No, I'm saying give me your thoughts on the NFL. They got the international games. How you feel about?
They just it's funny because I was actually I've actually met up with a Ravens fan that's from the UK yesterday.
Okay.
James Ogden, who's a dude, he just put out a Raven-centric draft guide a couple weeks ago, and it was one of the best reads that I've seen so far during this draft cycle. And I met up with him yesterday because he's in New York just visiting and doing the tourist stuff. And we were talking about the game, and he was saying that the Packers, that's going to actually be, because it's the Packers versus the Giants. But he said the Packers got a crazy fan base over there. So it's going to be like a home game for the Packers because he said they got so many fans over there. So I found that interesting because I was like, damn, I didn't know the Packers fans went, went across the pond like that too. So that was cool to know.
Yeah, I like it because, like I said, Jacksonville, they basically play in London all the time. It's like they second home. Remember we went out there 5 years ago, got our ass stomped.
I don't want to remember that.
Yeah, I don't early in the morning. Man. I was like, what the hell, man? Jaden Ramsey picking us off. But it's good though, like I said, because the game is growing globally. So, like I said,
Yeah.
you got players, but so it's good though. I like it. It's gonna be some good games. I think I didn't really look at the schedule, like the actual she was playing over there. Well, once I get off the phone, once I get off, the stream. But it's good though. Like I said, the game is global now. Like it's like it used to be soccer and all that. Now football.
I mean,
Okay,
just look at the Ravens roster. They got Owe and they got David Ojabo, two dudes from Nigeria. So it's global, man. It's global, and Falale too. He's from literally the other side of the globe. And he's playing American football. So it's a good thing to see the game expanding.
got you, man. All right, man. That's it for this show. So Chris, let everybody know where they can find you again, your platforms and all that stuff y'all got going on with D Cover.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Chris Just Joking, and you can find us on YouTube at Deep Cover Podcast, and you could also follow us at Deep Cover Pod on Twitter.
Got you, man. So everyone, enjoy your night. As I always say, be great on your way to the figure eight, and always, and I mean always, remember the hashtag KTLC. Keep that same energy. I'm your host, Justin P. And my special guest, Chris Just Joking. Love you guys. I'll see you guys Sunday night. Hopefully, Maurice and Wi-Fi be up running so we can keep. All right, we out.
All right.